Said, all you vinyl varmints, all you record collecting crew, have I got a box of records for you. Hey everybody, it's Attic Daddy. I'm here over at the home of my friend Shadow Man, and I'd like to thank you for letting us use Studio F once again.
As always, you're welcome.
Today's number 5, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Is it number 5? Yeah.
Number 5.
Actually, should be number 9. Number 9, because it concerns the Beatles in a roundabout way. Let me explain. It's 1964. This is what you'd like. You like the Beatles. You'd like to have a whole album of theirs. And it was like $3.99 or something. It is possible. But that's not what you get. You get Beatle-rama, because either somebody doesn't want to spend the extra buck, or Grandma thought she'd get this for her nephew. I don't understand it, but he seems like a good boy. Possibly Aunt Cora or Aunt Edna that can't see that well, and think that this is, and they purposely are trying to fool you. Now this is a Canadian album on Diplomat Records. We've had some other gems on Diplomat too, and I had the pleasure of listening to a bunch of these yesterday. And usually it's 1 or 2 songs, Beatles, British Invasion, done by a local band.
Actually, that's volume 2.
Yeah, it's volume 2. I don't have volume 1. This is one of the better covers on these.
Volume 2.
Beatle Beat by the Bugs. And like some of the extraneous songs on here are hilarious. There's, you know, Swingin' Thames, Big Bend Hop, Liverpool Drag. Any British reference will do at the time, you know. And again, just comb your hair over your forehead. Just for the shot, you know. Okay. The Liverpool sound. Again, I got a Canadian one. Now this is one of the better conditioned ones, because after all this is being said, I must admit that every one of these records is in really poor condition, like they were played to death. So whether it was the real thing or not, it had beaten hits on it, and evidently enough to warrant another one. Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying. So it's Jerry and the Pacemakers stuff too. Everything. It's on ARC once again, and no credits on any of these. Like there's no songwriting,
Nothing.
treasure titles or anything like that. No. Okay, this one here, they're in such poor condition, I have to take them out of the plastic here. I don't want to let the record slide about. This is the Beatle Mash. Now, this one here says that the Beatles' upcoming appearance on Ed Sullivan, and they talk about the Jack Parr clip. And so it's got to be really, really early they were onto this. They're probably just spewing these things out, you know.
What were the Beatles? What year were the Beatles on Sullivan? Do you remember?
It was, I think it was February '64.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really early. Yeah, I believe there might be somebody watching could know the exact date. But this one, From Britain with the Beat, and this is great. The hair's drawn on, you know, these guys standing out in front of the building. And this is from Nashville. And I must say that of all these, this one probably is the most musically, well, competence is not what I'm always looking for, but it swings along better than most of them, you know, the Nashville guys. And they do Satisfaction on here, and actually, you know, they have the fuzz box. So,
Wow.
yeah, really, eh? And most of the stuff you really tell, again, look at this one right here. And you can see that picture on the back. Trying to look, oh, look, it's the Beatles. You'll love this.
How many barbers went out of business?
Sure,
When they were barbers.
Yeah, all the jokes from the stand-up comedians and everything. And you really, from listening to this stuff, how good the Beatles were for a couple guys that just met each other. Because the harmonies, you know what I mean? There was no audition. It wasn't a setup. They were a couple guys who met each other, can sing like that together. And this is where the weak spots in people trying to replicate it is the vocals. Because people are just trying to get it. And there's some pretty awful screams on Twist and Shout. And a lot of low volume wimpy guitar because it wasn't recorded by George Martin and Ringo did bap, you know,
Yeah,
it was
it's-
missing that whole
The production
thing.
is not there.
No,
It's-
no, no. I Want to Hold Your Hand. The Beatles for Sale. This one's big. This is exactly the same on both sides. And this is Gene and the Notes. Oh. I gotta go back to this other one for a second. This one, the Twist and Shout in it, is the Isley Brothers doing it.
Wow.
And it's uncredited. And there's a lot of French albums in here. I think this is out of Quebec. So they're just ignoring the laws.
So something good did come out of Quebec.
So there's some of these.
Besides,
Here is the Tijuana style of Lennon-McCartney. This is really something because it's all set up like Herb Alpert and everything. And it is almost worth $1.19 this cost at the time. The fake Bangladesh album, excuse me. The fake Bangladesh album by Tribes, who also, I have 2 volumes of the fake Woodstock albums that they did too. And this is on Pickwick. And Pickwick was the label Lou Reed was on that when he was turning out things and surf trend music and all that. We'll do a show on those hidden charms sometime. Okay, last but not least, I can remember this for sale in Towers about 1969.
oh, Towers.
The Beatles very together. Now this actually is the Beatles, but it's the real early stuff with Tony Sheridan, the German stuff, Ain't She Sweet, and all that. And look, the snuffed out candle. Paul is dead.
I knew it.
And it had the right color. It's kind of the same. I'm gonna give him credit because it looks like it could have been around that time period. Let it bleed.
What year
Let
is
it
that?
be.
What year?
69, I think this was, but the music was for what, 1960. And there you go. And this is Canadian too, pulling into the Paul is Dead.
It's not
So
true.
that's today's. That's Box of Records, number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. Number 5. Number 5. Number 5.